Democratic Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi. He's a key member of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us. I know we have a lot to discuss, but first, on this one issue, if Speaker McCarthy's debt limit bill passes the House, and it's going to come up for a vote any moment now, should President Biden start actual negotiations with the Speaker?
Well, I think that the president should always, entertain talks with the Speaker, but it's not going to be based on this bill. This bill is dead on arrival. Basically it cuts funding for science, education, healthcare, research, and even renewables, including the electric vehicle tax credits that my constituents and others are relying upon to buy their next EVs. So this particular bill is going nowhere, but we should extend the debt limit. We should increase the debt limit and pay our old bills. That's what the American people want us to do.
When you say it's dead on arrival, you mean it's going to, even if it passes the House very narrowly with strictly Republican votes, it'll die in the Senate. The Senate won't pass. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, and it would obviously, receive a veto from the president as well. So this is not a serious bill. It's not a bipartisan bill in any way, shape, or form.
The clock is clearly ticking, as you well know, to avert a default and total economic disaster here in the United States. Can President Biden afford to wait? Will he need to agree to some major spending cuts?
I think the American people want us to pass a clean increase in the debt limit. Just to make it very clear, an increase in the debt limit merely authorizes us to pay our old bills for goods and services that were already rendered in the past. That means that if we did not increase the debt limit, we would not pay our bills, and it would amount to a national dine and dash. And that would be catastrophic for the full faith and credit of the dollar, and it would nuke our economy.
Let me get to another major issue that we're following right now. As you just heard, the United States and South Korea are significantly ramping up coordination right now on nuclear deterrence against North Korea. What message do you believe the deployment of this nuclear submarine to South Korea sends to North Korea?
Well, I think what it sends is that any kind of use of a nuclear device in South Korea, where we have 28,000 troops deployed, by the way, would merit a response that would be the end of the North Korean regime. So I think that this is essential. This is just an extension of our mutual defense treaty that we already have in place with the South Koreans, and I think it's prudent.
On another very sensitive issue, as you know, Congressman, China's President Xi Jinping spoke today with Ukraine's President Zelensky for the first time since Russia's invasion more than a year ago. But do you expect Xi to put any real pressure on Putin to end his war?
I'm not sure. I would hope so, but I'm not holding my breath. I think that his visit to Moscow and his refusal to ask the Russians to basically withdraw from those areas that they've already taken from the Ukrainians in this criminal invasion of Ukraine is a sign of maybe the seriousness of their peace proposals up to this point. All that being said, they do have leverage with Moscow. My hope is that they would use it to, bring Putin to his senses.
Let's see if they do. Congressman Krishnamoorthi, thanks as usual for joining us.
Thank you so much.